Hola, ¿cómo está? I have some iced tea here. But bazinga, you turn it around, it's bilingual tea. Got it when I was in Mexico recently. Dentist. Alright, so here's a video that, to be honest, I never thought I would have to make. On a subject that I am in no way affiliated or an expert with at all, and that is having a tattoo living in Japan. I get an incredible amount of email, PMs, questions, comments about that very subject. And I've been making jet videos now for 2 years. And I just thought, well, it's obvious I don't have, I don't have one. I guess it's not obvious, but I don't have one. I've never had one. And, but I keep getting this question. So I'm going to make this video in the sense that at least, if somebody asks me this question, I can say, hey, go watch this video. But really, instead of watching this video, or after you watch this video, you should watch some other Japanese YouTubers that have better videos on this subject. The main one I'm thinking of here is Scott, who has a channel called Unrested, Unrested. And I'll try to make this video a response to one of his videos, but if you just type in Unrested and tattoos, Tattoos, you'll get like 5 videos he's made about having tattoos in Japan. I think his very second FAQ was about having tattoos, because he gets the question, I'm sure, even 10 times more than I do, because he has like a full sleeve on one arm. But basically, it comes down to the first question I get is people that want to become a jet. Can I be a jet if I have a tattoo? Will I be? What happens at the interview? Do I need to cover it up? Blah 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 blah. Yes, you can become a jet if you have a tattoo. I've actually known plenty of jets who have tattoos. So, when you go to an interview, you're going to be wearing like a suit and a tie, and you're going to have long sleeves on, and unless your tattoo is like crawling up your neck or on your hands, the people are never going to see it. Nowhere in the jet application do you have to talk about having a tattoo. The same would go, I think, for if you have your lip pierced, your huge earring things, eyebrow pierced, stud in your tongue, whatever. Take it out, whatever, for your interview. Now, to actually living in Japan. Okay, so yeah, if you have a tattoo and whatever, yes, you can get a job. Now, I actually I knew one jet, I think her name was Ashley or Lauren, I can't remember now, and she had tattoos on the inside of her wrists, and she could still basically cover them up, but, in day-to-day life, when she got to Japan, she couldn't. It gets really hot here in the summer, guys, you don't understand, and your schools are not air-conditioned, so to have to wear long sleeves all the time would be brutal. So I think eventually, the classes she taught in, her kids saw the tattoos. And there's going to be a little bit of a furor, when they first see it, but they'll move on, It'll be just another aspect of your weird gaijin-ness. Why is there even any question about tattoos, for those of you who don't know? Basically, not a lot of Japanese people have tattoos, especially not people out in rural countryside areas where most of you are going to get put. The 3 guys that are in the video that I just watched of Scott's, which was a really good video about having tattoos, they all live in Osaka, which, to be honest, there's so many more foreigners there and stuff. They're going to be more accepting of gaijin habits and gaijin customs than they will be in the Inaka. So the basic, perceived wisdom about tattoos is that they're associated with gangs, the Yakuza and other organized crime type of things in Japan. So the only Japanese people that have tattoos are gang members, etc. So you will find there are places that don't like you to have tattoos. Now in the video, one of the interesting places they mentioned was Tokyo Disneyland. He had a friend who had, full-length arm tattoos, and they made him put on a sweater or a sweatshirt to go in the park. He mentioned some high-class restaurants. The obvious one that everybody talks about is onsens, which are hot springs. You go, you take off all your clothes, you wash, and then you get in, you sit and you soak in these really hot tubs. So they don't like you to have tattoos. But I've even heard about onsens that are accepting or will let you just, if it's a small enough tattoo, they'll let you just cover it up with, say, a big Band-Aid or, one of those full patches or something. it is 2010 after all. The other one place he mentioned that was interesting was gymnasiums, because I guess you would tend to wear like sleeveless shirts and stuff when you're working out. Is that the thing you have to realize is you're already a foreigner. That makes you strange and different enough as it is, just on your own. Especially if you have like blue eyes and blonde hair and all these other things that are really uncommon, you're going to get stared at and looked at and everything anyway. So if you have tattoos, it just adds to it perhaps. Now, in the workplace, I don't know. I never had them. Now, I knew guys, Sam had them, I've known plenty of other Jets that have had them. None of them ever told me like, a school said I can't show my tattoo or whatever. I know, for instance, my friend Sam from New Zealand had an eyebrow piercing, and he would take it out at school and then put it back in when he got home. So the only thing I could think of that would be really looked down upon would be if you had a tongue stud, because correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know a lot about this stuff. Excuse me, but that would make you maybe pronounce words differently, or it would click maybe when you talk. And the whole point of you being a Jet is that you're going to model pronunciation and have the kids repeat after you, and even look at your mouth in certain instances to see how you form letters and stuff. So I personally would maybe not hire you for a job as an English ALT if you had this thing sticking in the middle of your tongue. So yeah, I just wouldn't worry about it too much. If you have all that stuff, that was a choice you made, and if you can't get this job in Japan because of that, that's like grown-up reality in my opinion. I know maybe that sounds harsh or old-fashioned, but tattoos are about expressing yourself and all that, and it's all great, but it's also, Japan is a very conservative place. Girls, especially female ALTs, could probably make whole videos about like, what they wear and how it's looked at and stuff at school. Guys, we have it easy. Basically you wear, a collar shirt and a pair of slacks, you're good to go, business casual. But girls, you want to, have fashion and be fashionable and all this other stuff, and so you have all these kind of things, and how low cut it can be if you have breasts, and like how much, if your shirt rises up in the back. I heard one story from a female Jet friend about, a teacher that came by and like pulled her shirt down in the back to cover her showing, panty line or panties at the top. Crazy stuff. It's that kind of place. So, if you have tattoos, that's fine. Going out like on the weekend or in the summer to the beach or whatever and just having them and walking around, like I said, it's no big deal. Nobody's going to come up to you and say anything. Japanese people are very polite anyway. You'll never get harassed for having them. But, will you get stared at? Sure. But like I said, you're already a gaijin. You're already not going to people are not going to sit next to you, on the bus or whatever. But that's more because they don't want you to turn to them and speak English. And they have to then try to speak English with you because they're afraid of that than they are of the fact that just because you're a gaijin. But anyway, this is a rambling vlog already. So tattoos, go see other videos. If you have them, you can still come to Japan. They're not that big a deal. Will you maybe not get to go to onsen? Yes. And I never went to onsen because it's not my thing. So you can survive in Japan without doing that. Hopefully this will end the emails about tattoos, because I clearly just am not an authority on the subject. But I welcome responses, video responses, whatever, from other people that have experience having tattoos in Japan. Okay? Thanks for watching. Peace.